them apply major pressure to Paige. And it was so bad, everybody's talking about it. Now, one fan is currently going viral all over social media, sharing her thoughts about Paige Bueckers and his whole WNBA conspiracy. Guys, let's check out this video. Shout out to Jenny O. Listen to this.
See, this is why I can't take the league seriously, the WNBA. It's a joke. It's not real. It's not a real sports league. WNBA never gives the full context. They don't want to. They're trying to diminish Caitlin Clark. So look at this. It says,
now, how many times have
recent discussions have emerged regarding potential inconsistencies in how the WNBA treats different rookie stars, particularly when comparing the experiences of Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark during their debut seasons. This controversy centers around defensive strategies, foul patterns, and overall league treatment of these two prominent players. The debate gained momentum following observations about the stark differences in how opponents have approached defending these rookies. While Caitlin Clark faced intense physical pressure throughout her 2024 rookie campaign, Paige Bueckers appears to encounter significantly less aggressive defensive schemes during her 2025 season.
Don't want to. They're trying to diminish Caitlin Clark. So look at this. It says,
now, how many times have we seen this? Paige joins Caitlin Clark in WNBA history. How many times this season have we seen something like this? How many times have I told y'all this league is a joke? Guys, we got to pay attention to the signs.
Paige Bueckers joins Caitlin Clark as the second rookie in WNBA history to record 500 points, 150 assists, 100-plus rebounds, and 50-plus steals in a season. Great. That's great. They did all that. Wonderful. However, I really want to look up how the WNBA played against Caitlin Clark in terms of the defensive strategy.
Statistical analysis reveals compelling disparities in foul patterns between the two seasons. During the 2024 campaign, officials called 35 flagrant fouls league-wide. Remarkably, Caitlin Clark was the target of 17% of these infractions, meaning she absorbed nearly 1/5 of all flagrant fouls issued across the entire season. This percentage represents an unusually high concentration of rough play directed toward a single player.
NBA played against Caitlin Clark in terms of the defensive strategy, in terms of the other basketball teams around the WNBA. What they did against Caitlin Clark versus how they've handled Paige this year. Everybody wants to act like Paige is so much better than Caitlin. They're certainly not playing defense on Paige the way they played on Caitlin. They're certainly not attacking her with unnecessary fouls the way they attacked Caitlin with unnecessary fouls last year. So in the 2024 season, there were 35 flagrant fouls called. Caitlin Clark received 17% of the entire season's flagrant fouls, 17%. And we've seen all the injuries. We've seen all.
In contrast, Paige Bueckers has experienced dramatically different treatment during her rookie year. Through most of the 2025 season, she has been the victim of only one flagrant foul. This lone incident occurred during a matchup against the Indiana Fever when Sophie Cunningham was penalized after landing on Bueckers' foot following a three-point attempt. Officials reviewed the play and assessed a flagrant foul, one violation.
And we've seen all the injuries. We've seen all the fights, the MMA fights that the WNBA players have gotten into this year. There haven't been 35 flagrant fouls called. And I understand the season is not over. But still, as of today, Paige Bueckers is the recipient of one flagrant foul.
Wow. One flagrant foul. Guys, Paige Bueckers has only received one flagrant foul. Now, we remember last year when it come to Caitlin Clark, she received nearly all the damn.
The disparity becomes more striking when considering the nature of defensive pressure applied to each player. Clark regularly endured physical confrontations, including incidents where she was struck in the face, subjected to hard fouls, and generally treated as a target for aggressive defensive tactics. Angel Reese's controversial collision during Clark's rookie season exemplified this pattern of rough treatment. Meanwhile, Bueckers appears to face minimal defensive resistance in many games.
This year, when it come to Caitlin Clark, she received nearly all the damn flagrant fouls for the entire WNBA league. Y'all understand this. Y'all understand this. Men lie, women lie, numbers do not lie. She received nearly all of the flagrant fouls for the WNBA. Now, you tell me if this league is trying to diminish Caitlin Clark. Let's finish listening.
In the 2025 season. One. People really want to act like Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark have had the same rookie season. Absolutely not. Caitlin did everything she did her rookie.
Opponents frequently allow her open shooting opportunities and avoid applying the same level of physical pressure that characterized Clark's rookie experience. This difference became particularly noticeable during most of the season, with the Seattle Storm game being one of the few instances where Bueckers encountered serious defensive pressure. Both players have achieved impressive statistical milestones, joining an exclusive group as only the second pair of rookies in league history to record 500 points, 150 assists, 100 rebounds, and 50 steals in a season. However, the circumstances surrounding these achievements appear markedly different.
People really want to act like Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark have had the same rookie season. Absolutely not. Caitlin did everything she did her rookie season with 17% of the league's flagrant fouls called against her.
Yes, those are facts. 17% of the league's flagrant fouls for the 2024 season was against Caitlin Clark. Now, we just seen her state that Paige Bueckers has only received one. Now, I caught a bunch of flack for a video that I did a couple of days ago telling y'all how no one's guarding Paige. They just allowing her to shoot.
The timing and nature of Bueckers' sole flagrant foul incident adds another layer to the discussion. The fact that this penalty came against the Indiana Fever Clark's team during Sophie Cunningham's defensive effort has raised eyebrows among observers tracking these patterns. These observations have sparked broader questions about league consistency and whether different standards are being applied to similar players. The contrast between Clark's physically demanding rookie season and Bueckers' relatively uncontested experience has become a focal point for discussions about fairness and competitive integrity.
No one's guarding Paige. They just allowing her to shoot because those are facts. They is allowing her to shoot at will. There's allowing her to run up her stat line. And me personally, I think they're doing this because Paige is like them. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I ain't even got to go into detail, which is not fair, bro.
Caitlin Clark's been swung around like a rag doll. She's been poked in the eye. Angel Reese came in last year trying to go for the ball and almost knocked her goddamn head off. I get it. The WNBA is trying to.
The situation extends beyond individual statistics to encompass team performance and playoff implications. Despite facing less defensive pressure, Bueckers was unable to lead her team to postseason play, while Clark's squad, despite her challenging rookie experience, managed to secure a playoff position. This analysis raises important questions about league treatment of star players and whether external factors influence how games are officiated and defended. The numerical evidence suggests significant differences in how these two comparable rookies have been treated, leading to ongoing debates about consistency and fairness in professional women's basketball.
WNBA is trying to diminish Caitlin Clark. WNBA is trying to erase Caitlin Clark. And Paige Bueckers is their new WNBA face and darling and everything like that. But again, Paige Bueckers is the recipient of one flagrant foul this season, which means
one flagrant foul, guys. Think about that. Think about that. One flagrant foul. And we're going to go back and fact check all of this.
I think the WNBA has been targeting Caitlin Clark since she came into the league. And this has been their plan.
The Indiana Fever has officially added veteran guard Aerial Powers to their roster, marking another significant acquisition during their recent player additions that have included Odyssey Sims, Kyra Lambert, and Shea Petty. Among all these recent signings, Powers stands out as perhaps the most compelling addition due to her proven track record and scoring ability. Powers brings legitimate basketball credentials to Indianapolis, having demonstrated consistent production throughout multiple seasons. Her offensive capabilities could provide the Fever with another reliable scoring option while potentially creating better opportunities for existing players.
Hopefully create some space for others, play make a little bit, get Kelsey Mitchell in some spots, hopefully give an entry pass to AB, hopefully hit Lexi Hull when she's standing there like air traffic control waiting for a three-point shot. Aerial Powers is somebody I think the Indiana Fever should have went after at least a month ago, but you know what they say. Better late than never, as Aerial Powers is officially a member of the Indiana Fever, and you had to think Aerial Powers knew this was coming down the pipe.
The veteran guard's presence might help generate more open looks for Kelsey Mitchell, create better entry passes for Aaliyah Boston, and find Lexi Hull in her preferred three-point positions. The timing of this signing raises some interesting questions regarding roster construction and hardship contract regulations. League rules require teams to have fewer than 10 available players under standard contracts before they can add someone via hardship exception. Currently, the Fever roster includes players like Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Shea Petty, Brianna Turner, Chloe Bibby, Michaela Timpson, and Dearest Dantis.
Aerial Powers knew this was coming down the pipe. She was in Gainesbridge yesterday.
I don't know if y'all allowed to post anything.
Wearing the MVP Mitchell shirt, smiling. I don't know if y'all allowed to post anything yet. So Aerial Powers had to know the announcement was about to get made as soon as that game ended and as soon as Saturday came near. Now, my first reaction seeing
However, the key distinction appears to be between players under standard contracts versus those on hardship deals. Shea Petty currently holds a hardship contract, which means the Fever technically only has 9 players under regular agreements, making them eligible to add Powers through the same hardship mechanism. There's some uncertainty surrounding Chloe Bibby's status, with questions about potential knee issues that might affect her availability. This could be a factor in the team's decision-making process regarding roster additions.
as Saturday came near. Now, my first reaction seeing this, because this is before the game, is wait, hardship contracts, you need less than 10 players available to go out and get a hardship contract. Okay, so last night before the game started, we had Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Shea Petty, Brianna Turner, Chloe Bibby, Michaela Timpson, and Dearest Dantis. That's 10 players right there. So initially I'm thinking to myself, wait, so how is Aerial Powers all
The relationship between Powers and Minnesota Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve has been notably strained. During Powers' final season in Minnesota, her playing time dropped dramatically from 27 minutes per game to just 9 minutes. She went from starting 31 games to being completely removed from the starting lineup, eventually being replaced by Courtney Williams in the rotation. This tension became publicly visible during a recent encounter on an airplane, where Reeve reportedly requested to switch seats to avoid sitting near Powers.
How is Aerial Powers already coming to the game wearing a MVP Mitchell shirt, telling the media not to say anything when we still have 10 players available? But then this must be the case, is that it's 10 players available under contract, excluding hardship contracts. Right now, excluding hardship contract, Shea Petty is on a hardship contract. So we really only have 9 currently available players under Indiana.
The awkward interaction highlights the ongoing friction between the two, with Reeve appearing uncomfortable with the proximity to her former player. Powers' career statistics demonstrate
He is on a hardship contract. So we really only have 9 currently available players under Indiana Fever contract. So we still were able to go out and pick up an Aerial Powers. There's a lot of confusion going on with this Chloe Bibby injury. So I was thinking to myself, wait, we had 4 days off. Chloe Bibby, did we know something about Chloe Bibby? Do they know something that we don't know? Is Chloe Bibby's knees, is something acting up? But I'm assuming, because I don't want to put too much ill intent toward the Fever, that it's the 10.
Both Powers and Odyssey Sims represent veteran additions who appear comfortable playing alongside high-profile players like Caitlin Clark. Neither seems intimidated by Clark's star status or the attention that comes with being teammates with the league's biggest draw. Clark's impact on attendance, television ratings, and merchandise sales is undeniable, and having veterans who understand this dynamic could be beneficial for team chemistry. Powers was spotted at a recent Fever game wearing a Kelsey Mitchell MVP shirt, suggesting she was already aware of the impending announcement.
Players under contract for the Indiana Fever. And right now they only have 9, with Shea Petty being the 10th available, but she is not under actual contract. She's under a hardship contract deal. If you guys can provide further information on that matter, let me know, but that's my gathering. Because at first, The only number I hear is you need less than 10 players. You need less than 10 players. Less than 10 players. Well, we wouldn't have had less than 10 players go.
Her presence at Gainbridge Fieldhouse before the official signing indicated that discussions had been progressing for some time. From a basketball perspective, Powers addresses several team needs. Her scoring ability could take pressure off other offensive options, while her veteran experience might help in crucial situations. The challenge will be integrating her into the existing system and finding the right balance between her individual scoring and creating opportunities for teammates.
Players, you need less than 10 players. Less than 10 players. Well, we wouldn't have had less than 10 players going into last night's game as it stands. We would have exactly 10 players. So it must be 10 players under actual contract, hardships not included. Moving on. We have Cheryl Reeve and Ariel Powers running into each other on the plane. Cheryl Reeve running, tucking her tail, and asking for her seats to be switched.
Y'all, when I tell you she better not be sitting by me, this would be crazy. We getting closer and
The physical condition and work ethic that Powers maintains also stands out as a positive factor. Recent observations suggest she stays in excellent shape and continues working on various aspects of her game, including shooting, ball handling, and finishing around the basket. While this signing might not represent the absolute ideal addition some might have hoped for, it does provide the Fever with a legitimate basketball player who can contribute immediately.
we getting closer and closer to the door. Excuse me. Oh, this is my seat, sir. Okay.
Powers brings proven offensive production and veteran leadership to a team still developing its identity and trying to maximize its potential around its core players. The Fever's recent string of additions suggest an organization committed to improving its roster depth and giving itself more options as the season progresses. Whether these moves will translate into improved on-court performance remains to be seen, but adding experienced players like Powers at least provides more flexibility in different game situations.